Good morning, everybody. Tyrone Roberson here. How are you? It is Thursday, January 25th, 2018. Your year to prosper, your year of success. And I've been talking about planning this week. Plan a scheme or method of action developed in advance. What makes it a plan is that it's developed in advance. And so I dealt with a few things about creating a successful building plan. The building is your life. What are your plans for it? What are your plans for your life? And so most of us, most Americans, most of us, we don't plan. And, history shows, study shows that we don't plan our lives. And but it's time to change that, right? It's time to change that. We want to be planning. We want to expect success. We want to plan for it. We want to prepare for success. And so today I want to talk about the cost. I talked about the building the other day. Building, how big do you want it to be? How large? I talked about the dimensions. I talked about, the different areas of prosperity. What is prosperity to you? Is it health? Is it wealth? Is it, relationships? Is it education? What is it? What is prosperity to you? So that was dealing with capacity and the, the dimensions, how big and how many different rooms do you want within that big, huge building? Hopefully your goals are pretty big. But then here's the cost. There's a cost to everything, and everything that's worth any type of value, there was a cost that came with that. There's a cost that brought it about. And so today I want to talk about the cost. You have your goals, you know what you want, you've shrunk your focus down, and you understand precisely what it is you want in each area, what it is you want in your health, what it is you want in your relationships, what do you want in your business, what do you want, as far as education goes. Now, what's the cost that's going to bring it about? There's a cost to everything. And there's an awesome scripture in the Bible, and it says, what it says, before you begin, count up the cost to see if you have enough to finish it. And it says, otherwise, you would have enough to complete the foundation, but not enough to finish. And then it says, then people will laugh at you and say, that person started but couldn't finish. And so I looked at so many different studies and statistics that were done about, accomplishing goals, and the results were very, very unfavorable. The results were really bad. And I looked at about 4 or 5 different studies, and it all comes down to about 10%. Only 10% of people who set goals actually accomplish them. New Year's resolutions, 8% of the people who set up a New Year resolution, like a goal for the new year, accomplish that goal. 8%. So you're talking 92% of people who set New Year resolutions don't fulfill those goals throughout that year. And and that's why each year I try to, the last quarter of the year is where I really want to, the things I really want for that following year, I start trying to walk into it about a quarter before the year starts. And because I go to the gym, and you see the gyms are packed now. It's hard to get to your machines that you want to get to because it's packed. But based on studies, come March, it'll be thinned out again. And so, but we want to change that. It's time to change that. This is our year for success, prosperity. So talking about the cost, count up the cost. The scripture says, count it up. The word count, it means to one by one, that you calculate one by one. So each area of your master plan, that master goal, that large building, each area, you have to count up the cost. What is it going to cost you? The word cost it means to consume. So whatever area of success you want, it's going to consume some things from you. And we need to know precisely what is going to be consumed? Consume what? I have a great goal. I want to, and a lot of times when we don't count up the cost, that's what causes us to fail. And in other areas, my wife and I, we were on the plane headed to LA last week for our trip, our vacation. And my wife sat next to a lottery winner, a lady who had won the lottery. She won over $1 million. And, and she talked about how basically the cost of winning the lottery, the cost of winning the lottery. To win the lotto, you have to put your name out. You don't have to put your face out, but you have to put your name out. And her husband, he wanted to go on TV. So he went on TV, and she just talked about the cost of winning that lottery. She said almost all of her relationships were basically just totally decimated. Even with her own mother, her relationship with her mother, she hadn't talked to her mother in years now. Like people, her friends, family, she didn't have any friends anymore. There was a cost, and she was totally unprepared. She played the lottery, but she wasn't prepared to win it. And a lot of times we play things, but we're not prepared for the results. We're not prepared, and so it's time out for that. It's time to count up the costs in advance. Remember, planning is calculated, the method of action in advance. And so even her health is bad because of stress. She's more stressed now since she's talking about a millionaire now. More stress, relationships. So is that prosperity? Her relationships are tarnished. Her health is declining. That is not prosperity. Prosperity includes health. It includes, being successful in your mind, your will, your emotions. And so what are the 5 areas that we must count up the cost for when it comes to fulfilling and maximizing those goals and being successful throughout the year? And then, thereafter, the first thing is time. Time. Your goals are going to consume your time. It's going to take time for you to fulfill that. It's going to take your investment of time. It's going to take that. Time is a currency. It's the currency of earth. You can't go back. You can't earn it. You can't earn time. Time, we all have 24 hours, but we all are going to use that 24 hours differently. We're going to spend that time differently. But your goals are going to consume your time. The second one is commitment. Your goals are going to consume your commitment. If you're not committed, then the goals will die. So a goal will consume your commitment. It's crucial what you believe. The same word for belief in the Greek is commitment. Commitment and belief are the same things. And a lot of times we think belief is just some type of, oh yeah, I think that, but belief actually means to commit. You commit to, do you really believe in the goals that you're setting this year? Do you believe that you're going to be prosperous? If you do, then there's a commitment that will be consumed by those goals that you set. You have to commit. We have to be committed to it. Otherwise, just like the gym thing, some people they can start out but studies show they're not fully committed. They're not fully committed. The next is knowledge. Your goals will consume your knowledge. What education is required for you to fulfill your goals? Do you want to get something you never had? Then it's going to require information that you probably don't have, that you have to seek. You have to go after it. There's knowledge that needs to be had. Education. Do you need to go back to school to fulfill the dream, the big dream that you really have? Do you need to go back to school, or do you need to purchase a few books, go to the library or go to Amazon and purchase a few books concerning each topic that you have within your master plan? And the next is money. Your goals, especially big goals, they're going to consume money. It's going to take money. It's going to take money. It's going to take you, okay, let's count up the cost. You know what? I need to go to this leadership conference, or I need to buy a mentorship program. I need to hire a mentor. I need to hire a personal trainer. It's going to consume whatever big goals you have. It's going to consume money. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but it's going to consume money. Even if you get trained off the internet, YouTube, or find tutorials on YouTube, guess what? You pay for the internet. The internet's not free. It's going to cost money. So count up the cost. How much money is your goals? How much money is your goals going to require you to pay? You know, be it books or conferences or traveling. You have a goal to travel. Money. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you some money. Just like if I plug in my address, I want to travel. I want to drive to, we drive to North Carolina. I want to drive to North Carolina. That's my destination. I need to count up the cost. How many miles is it? 790 miles. Okay, that's about 2.5 gas money. The goal to my destination is going to require money. I need to count up the cost in advance before I set out to leave my area, my current location. I need to see how much is it going to cost to get there. 2 tanks, $50 a tank. It's going to cost me around $120 to get there. That's counting up the cost. We have to do our goals just like that. I have a major destination, an awesome destination, and I know it's going to cost me money. I need to figure out how much is it going to cost to purchase about 10 books. How much is it going to cost to time? It's going to cost me. Instead of reading 1 hour, I need to read 2 or 3 hours a day in order to fulfill where I want to go. The last thing your plans, your goals are going to cost you is focus. It's going to consume your focus. And this is probably one of the most important things. When I was reading those articles about people, they did LinkedIn articles with thousands of business professionals, and only 11% of those business professionals who did this study accomplished the goals that they had set. Their to-do lists, their daily to-do lists, or weekly or monthly or even annual, only 11% accomplished them. Now, we do know that those who did even put out goals to set, those who set goals, they're going to be more productive of those who don't set goals. But the ones who did set goals didn't accomplish. 11% accomplished it. 89% didn't accomplish the goals that they set out, and 7 out of 10 of those people said they didn't accomplish them because of the lack of focus. They were distracted. And isn't it something that we are usually distracted by something that's either unrelated to the big picture of the goal? And so I have a thing called BP. It's just like the gas station. BP, big picture. Tell yourself big picture. You want to fulfill the goals this year. You want to be prosperous. The bigger the goal is, the more distractions will come. The most successful people on earth, they are always criticized. Those criticisms are like distractions. You can focus on what people are saying, or you can focus on the big picture at being successful and succeeding in your life, knowing that BP, big picture. And you have to fight. You have to fight to focus, because so many little distractions. Out of those 7 out of 10 people that said that they were distracted, I think it was 66% to be precise. They said that the things that distracted them from the big picture of the goals were minute. They were small things like, emails that they caught to, and, little meetings here and there. And it caused them to lose their focus off the big picture. So BP, coach yourself, tell yourself, I have major goals this year, ambitious goals, and those goals none of those goals come without distraction. None of them will. So it's just like if you want to lose weight, you make up in your mind, you know what, I'm going to lose weight. That's when you're going to see people offering you donuts and free food that is not healthy. It's not going to help you lose weight. It's like, okay, I'm going to go on an intermittent fast. I'm going to intermittent fast today. Then at work, they have free food at work today. It's distractions. It's only to draw your focus away from the big picture. So big picture, psych your mind out. Keep telling yourself, stay focused. When those distractions come, stay focused. When you put that address into your GPS, when you put that address in, every detail, when you hit go, every detail is committed to the destination. And you must be just like that GPS. Commit to the destination. Yes, there are going to be many things, many people that are going to be en route to your destination. They're going to see restaurants and different things that you can stop and do. But stay focused on the BP, the big picture. I hope you have an awesome day today, Thursday. This is your year to prosper. Count up the cost. When you count up the cost, you see if you have enough to finish it. and you will succeed. You will be successful. God bless.